Alrighty. Hey gang. Welcome back, you guys. Episode 129 of Zero Carb Journal. I'm Matt, as always. Good morning, you guys. How are you? Did you have a good day? Good week? Having a good day? Did you have a good week? Hope you guys are doing well out there. I'm having a good one. It's been a good week for me. Actually, it's been a great week. Really had a good one. Made a lot of progress. Hope you guys did as well. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Man, did you guys watch any of that space launch yesterday or this morning? That was so inspiring. I thought that was one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. That really put me in a really good mood. I watched it yesterday and I was just blown away by those guys riding that rocket. That was unbelievable. And then this morning watching them dock at the space station, that was really cool. So, not really zero carb stuff, but just something that I was enjoying this week. So I can't tell if my stream is working or not. It looks like it maybe is, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna keep plugging away here, and we'll see how it works out. But I hope you guys had a good week. So my week has been good. I've been just plugging away here. Man, I wore myself out on firewood chores this week, you guys. I cut down a few trees, bucked up the rounds, and I was carrying these big rounds of wood over to the tractor and moving them to the wood pile. And man, I got to Friday. I think I did the most of the work on Thursday morning. I got to Friday afternoon. I was just wiped out, completely blown out. So it was a good week. I worked out hard. I got a lot of firewood in. I went to town, took care of some errands, and now I'm just kind of getting ready for the next week and probably doing the same thing. So life has been pretty good for me here during this quarantine time. Been sort of restructuring and taking it slow, living in the moment, and my days have been good. So hopefully yours are too. Let's see, from a zero carb perspective, I had a great week. I did make a little change this week. For the most part, I just ate my ground beef with a little bit of ribeye on the side to add a little fat. But I bought some eggs this week at the store, and I've been eating eggs these last 3 days and feeling great. So as always, they do make me a little gassier than normal, but otherwise, I've been feeling really good and really enjoying them. They always sort of brighten up my meal when I bring them back into my diet. Usually it doesn't last very long. I usually end up sort of deteriorating a bit and having to take a break from them. We'll see this time. I've sure been enjoying them. And I have always felt like they're just a nutritional powerhouse and something that if I can include, I always want to. But yeah, so far that's been good. Now, usually when I include eggs, I usually add bacon. Just because I just tend to buy those things together. And so I think, partly I'm wondering if I gave eggs a bad rap because I've tried them on their own and I do know they add gas. But maybe I can eat them more regularly if I just stay away from the bacon. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to keep experimenting with it, but it's been pretty cool adding just even that one little thing to my diet. Like I said, really brightens up my meals. So been enjoying that. And let's see what else from a zero carb perspective. It seems like sourcing meat hasn't really gotten any more difficult or even significantly more expensive, at least here. I'm hoping you guys are still able to get everything that you need and at a reasonable price. We had a pretty good scare a few weeks ago with all the processing plants and all that. It sounded like there might be a shortage, but it hasn't really manifested here for me anyways. I went to the store this week and everything seemed fine there. There weren't any limits on what you could buy and prices were fairly normal. It was a little more expensive, I guess, maybe $1 more per pound, but it wasn't too bad. So that was encouraging. And I still have my cattle scheduled for slaughter in a couple weeks here. So I'm really looking forward to that, to getting my homegrown meat back into rotation in my diet. And we'll see. I'm going to slaughter 2 cows. I think that'll probably take me out to the first of the year. And then I'm going to have to evaluate whether I'm going to get more cows next year and raise more cattle, or maybe take a break for a few years. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's been fairly easy to source meat at the store up until this pandemic. It didn't represent a huge difference in cost one way or the other. And while I do feel my homegrown meat offers, a lot of benefits in terms of quality, I've been doing it for 15 years, and I'm kind of ready for a break. So I might take a break. I thought it was a necessity, and as I've gone down this road with zero carb, I'm finding that just buying ground beef is no big deal. And it seems to me it's about six one, half dozen the other between my homegrown beef. Like I said, I do appreciate that my homegrown beef is high quality and maybe better quality. But it doesn't seem to be a make or break issue, and so I'm not sure it's worth all the trouble if I don't feel like doing it. I mean, I love raising my cows, and I will continue to do it, I think probably forever, but I just might take a break because doing it by myself means I can't travel in the winter, and a whole lot of fence work and all sorts of other things. So I just might want to take a little break from it. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I'm curious to see how that unfolds. I'll be eating my own homegrown meat all winter, so then when I go to none and the prospect of none, I'm sure I'll be motivated to buy some more cows. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but there's that. And then in terms of zero carb variety, I've really been craving seafood lately, and I haven't had any. But I'm wondering if my body's calling out for something. I drove away from the store the other day, and I was like thinking about smoked salmon and just had this really strong craving. So I probably need to get that back into my diet, because it's been a while since I've had any seafood as part of my diet. So from a zero carb perspective, though, I've been keeping it pretty simple as always, and I've been feeling great, you guys. I haven't had any sick nights this week. I don't think I did last week. My energy's been awesome. Been killing my workouts. Actually had a really good week working out this week, and I got a lot of firewood put up. There was some surf. I didn't go. I was a little worn out from firewood and working out, so maybe I could have a little more energy. But for the most part, I've been feeling great. Just feeling like staying the course. So I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are having a good run and a good week. So I've been thinking about my journal, you guys. I'm not sure how well it's being received as far as on the weekly. I mean, I really appreciate all your guys' support and comments. You guys always make me feel like it's being well received. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I've been going for 2.5 years now on a weekly basis. I'm starting to feel like I'm saying the same things over and over again. I get that. I say that a lot. But I'm just sort of repeating myself. So I'm thinking, and in addition to that, to just repeating myself, by doing these weekly journals, I just kind of take the wind out of my sails for doing additional videos. So I'm starting to think I might, and we'll see how it goes, but I might transition the journal into a monthly from here, since I'm kind of saying the same thing. I might start to do a journal every month, and then that might open me up to try and do like a cooking video or something like that in the interim times, and I might be able to be a little more productive and produce a little more useful content. We'll see. I'm still kicking that around. I'd love some feedback if any of you guys are listening or watching and want to let me know how important it is that I post weekly. I've been doing it for me. It's been important for me, to keep myself on track and remind myself of what I'm doing and stay focused. But I'm getting pretty comfortable with where I am, and I believe that I've made good habits at this point with regards to my lifestyle here, and I'm not needing the journal as much as as support for my own personal goals anymore. So I'm not sure. I may wind this thing back to once a month and then try and up my creation of regular videos, because the journal is really what this channel is about, and it's really special to me. But at the same time, I am basically just kind of repeating myself every week, and that is important. I mean, I'm not going to discredit that. I do know that I need to reaffirm like my positive staying in the moment mindset and all that stuff. That's important to me, but I can do that, and I do that every day. So anyways, I don't know. I guess it's a bit of a question for you guys. Weekly journal is important. Monthly journal, would it be still interesting? Give me some feedback if you would. And And I'll think about it too. But I think that I might try and do them, maybe the first Sunday of every month or the last Sunday of every month or something like that. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is the last Sunday of May here. Maybe the next one I'll do will be June. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna kick that one around. But if you guys got any input, let me know. So yeah, so I'm doing well, having a great week. I know that things are a little crazy out there. If some of you guys are in the cities, I guess there's all the protests going on. So hopefully you're staying safe. But out here in the woods, I'm doing great. Just really cruising right along, and our state's going to start opening up. My county is going into our phase 2 this week, starting tomorrow. So things are opening up. Town's going to be a little bit busier, and that should mean a little more, hopefully a little business for me, and just a little more interaction, perhaps. We'll see. But I'm going to be in town this week a little bit. I've got some errands to run and some shopping to do and things like that. So yeah, we'll see if it changes things. But let's see what else. Trying to think about what we talked about these last few weeks. If I've got any updates for you guys and any of that stuff. I don't. I know I was going to try and get some photos put together. I have not done that. I apologize. And yeah, I've been reading some zero carb forums this week, just trying to stay caught up. And it seems like we're kind of getting into a nice sort of stable midpoint here of all the flow of information sort of homogenizing into being a pretty consistent message now. We went through a period there where it was all, eat all the fat you can, and some, a few different sides of points of view, and those still exist, but I think that the general consensus is kind of coming back to we're sort of converging at a median point again, which makes me happy to see. So yeah, the forums have been interesting though. It's always neat to see all the new people coming in and see the same old questions are still valid. And one of the most interesting one is the fat ratio, and I still love to see the wide spread even in the newbies as they post what's working for them. We see everything from like a 60-40 to a 10-90 and everything in between, and it just makes me happy to know that the people are experimenting and realizing that there's not one true path, but that we all gotta figure out what works best for ourselves. So that's been interesting. I'm still interested in the Carnivory Con in the conference, Amber's conference in Denver. I'm wondering if that's going to go off. Now that I've been stuck home for so long, I'm just getting more and more motivated to travel, and definitely would be interested in going to participate in that if it was going to happen. So if anyone has any info there, they can go look it up. I'm sure there's nothing new in these last weeks. They're probably just going to wait and see what happens. But as that info pops, I'd love to stay on top of it and see if I can't schedule to be a part of that. I think that'd be really really neat. I'm starting to feel like that's something I need to do is to connect with more carnivores in person, because it is a bit lonely here. So you guys, that's I've been talking at you for about 15 minutes, and I can't tell if anyone is here or not. My internet stream is it says I got a good stream, but I'm not sure if my chat's working or not. So I hope you guys are doing well out there. I'm really looking forward to this coming up week. It's June. We're heading towards the longest day of the year. This is my favorite time of the year. I'm hoping that my beaches open up and I can go surfing. That's what I'm really hoping for. But if that doesn't happen, I'm really looking forward to just adding to my woodshed. It's like a great progress status bar in real life. I can look out every day and see my status bar growing, my progress bar growing, and know that I did stuff that's productive and positive and putting me in better position for the future. So as simple as it is, and as mindless of a task as it basically is, I've been really enjoying just being able to make some progress every day, whether it's with my workouts, whether it's with my firewood, whether it's with staying positive. So things are going good here. So I hope you guys are doing the same. making progress on on your own goals. And I hope you guys are staying positive and staying in the moment. There's a whole lot of stuff out there that can pull you out of the moment and make you worry about the future, or uncertainty. And all I can tell you is you never know what's going to happen in the future. So just stay right here in the moment. And as far as I can tell, the sky's blue and trees are blowing in the breeze. It's a beautiful day outside. So I'm doing great. I hope you guys are too. And I'll get back with you, I don't know, maybe next week, but episode 130 might be a few weeks off. We'll see. I'd love to hear your comments if you guys got some, but I'm going to sign off for now, and I will check back with you guys real soon, and I'll keep you guys posted on how I'm doing. So thank you, as always, you guys, for listening and watching, for all your kind comments and all your support throughout all this time. I really appreciate it. You've made a huge difference, and I promise I'm not going away for good. I will be back, so I'll see you guys real soon, all right? See you guys next time. Thanks for watching and listening. See ya.